guys, welcome back to another episode of YourViews podcast. I'm Nats.
And I am Dems, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to another episode. If you guys are new here, what should they do?
Subscribe, hit that like button.
Drop a comment, let us
Share.
know where you're watching from. Very, very important to us. And share. So how's Nats doing today?
I'm good. I'm warm.
Warm? Definitely warmer than last week for sure.
Definitely.
So it's the weekend, guys, and it's been a very interesting week. Last week was negative 50 degrees here in Grand Prairie, Alberta, but this week it's warmed up a little bit.
Yeah.
More like your temperature.
No, it's still not mine yet.
We're over in a little bit below 20, above 20 some days. But when you had minus 50, negative 20 feels like a warm summer day. But
Still cold.
Nats has a different kind of skin, which means that she's always cold
I'm
regardless.
Cold. I'm cold.
You're cold even in negative 5, though.
I'm cold. I don't know. I'm from the tropics.
You're from the tropics. So today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic. It's a topic that many of you guys have seen before. And it is the fact that a lot of persons are leaving Canada. So as the title suggests, why are people leaving Canada? That's what we're going to be talking about a little bit.
Why are they leaving?
I'm sure you guys have seen the TikTok videos all around, and you guys have seen the many, many videos of persons saying that Canada is not what it used to be, and Canada is this, and Canada is that. I'm sure you see it. You see it too.
I saw it.
What do you think about it?
It's their views. Their views. They know the reason why they want to move. I know I'm not moving. I'm not leaving.
But what are some of the reasons why they would want to move, though?
All right. Persons are saying that the cost of living has gone up, and they think it's best for them to leave out. They can't be on a 9 to 5 working at $15 for their salary and trying to meet.
Well, that's a rational thing still, but I think there's also an irrational reason. And that is because many people who migrate to Canada expected heaven.
No, but the thing about it's not only immigrants, it's Canadians as well.
Well, that is true, but I still think there is like a misguided perception of what Canada should be like. And then when a lot of immigrants get here, they realize that things are a lot tougher than they thought it would have been. And then that's just some of the reasons when the difficulty hit them, they said that, hey, it's better off if they were home and stuff like that. For the Canadians, born Canadians, for them, I think the grass is always green on the other side. So they live here and they have seen things probably get from bad to worse. And they think that they have a better chance somewhere else. But is the grass really greener?
The grass is greener where you water it.
That is true. So do you think that they have a valid point leaving, or if there's better out there?
The taxes, this country is high taxes, and I think other countries have lower tax, and they're looking at that.
Just the taxes?
Yes.
What about other aspects of life?
I think that is one of the biggest thing for them.
Biggest
they're working like their paycheck is like majority of it is going to tax.
Well, that's true still. And Canada
And
have a very high tax bill.
It's the more.
The more you work, the more tax up here.
Exactly. And persons are really not really liking that part of it.
But how me look at it still is in Canada you pay a lot of taxes, but you see where your taxes is going. In other countries you might pay a little bit less taxes, but do you really see where the tax is going?
Where is the tax going?
In Canada?
Yes.
The tax is going into education. The tax is going into infrastructure. The tax is going into healthcare. Like, for example, as a temporary resident, you were able to go into a hospital and have baby free of charge. All of those ultrasounds,
yes.
blood tests, all of them things that was fully paid for. Somewhere it come from.
Yes.
All of those provincial health that persons benefit from, all of those things that people take for granted.
There's another side to the health care part of it. So the wait time in hospitals are long. Persons can't find a personal doctor. Persons have to be going into a walk-in clinic. So the inconvenience of all of that. You're sick and you get better before you actually see a doctor, or it progresses worse.
The thing is, we always joke about that. I always say that, like, for example, in Grand Prairie Regional Hospital, when you go into the emergency room, one of two things. By the time you see the doctor, it's either you get better or you're dead. Right? But that is another side of the coin. Now, I think that majority of persons who are leaving Canada are leaving from one or a few particular parts of Canada. And those particular parts of Canada, we can agree that Cost of living is higher. It's more expensive to get a house, to rent a house, and it's probably even more difficult to get a job. So instead of leaving Canada, what I would encourage persons
To
to
move
do,
to another
move to another part,
province.
move to another province, move to another city.
I think it's persons sometimes can't bother.
So you can't
Yeah,
bother for
can't
change
bother.
city, but you can
Can
bother for
yeah,
change
it's
country.
that's what it comes down to. Just can't bother.
That is true. Now, talking specifically about immigrants, I think specifically in regards to immigrants coming to Canada and then saying that Canada is not what they think it is and then leaving, I think it's really because they expected more and they end up going to a city that doesn't repay them or doesn't allow them to transition as though they thought it would have been. So they had a negative experience, right?
Yes, but you have to break it down.
Mm-hmm.
For an immigrant that comes here as an engineer and have to come here working a minimal job, can't meet can't meet ends meet, can't do anything with the little paycheck they have, can't their qualification is not recognized here or anything. It take longer for them to basically climb the ladder. They might get fed up.
I don't think they should get fed up though, because you would have known all of this before.
No. When you're outside and you're looking in, it looks like everything is good. It looks like your qualification back home can work here.
But one simple research, Google search can fix that.
Not
Because no, I'm telling you, babes, that listen, if you look on the internet, everything is on the internet. Like persons saying that, like for example, doctors, they have their accreditation back, and then they have to jump through a million hoops in order to be qualified here in Canada. This is not private knowledge. This
it's
is
not private
public knowledge. So,
knowledge,
for
but
example, you would have seen that through a little bit of research, and then you see the fact that okay, then when you get to a new country, the chances are you might have to start over back from scratch. That's a real possibility. And that's not something that is kept secret. That is something that is widely advertised that, listen, you might be in your job as a manager, top manager, or as a doctor, or as a lawyer, or whatever the case may be. And the fact that you decide to change country, it doesn't have to be Canada, but from you decide to go to a new country, it simply means that you're making the decision or in a perfect world, you want a job that is on par with what you are already doing. But the possibility exists that you might have to start over back from scratch. You know that before.
starting over from scratch and taking a long while to reach even half of the or close to the level that you were at.
Long while, I'm not sure about a long while. Because our experience in Canada has been a fantastic one. We can agree, right?
Yes, but you can't talk for majority of people.
No, but for the vast majority of people who we have met directly and indirectly, they have all said that Canada has been a very good decision for them. So the persons who have had the experiences that they want to leave Canada are the persons who are in the minority for the wider scale. Now, I am saying that for those persons who want to leave Canada for whatever reasons, I don't think it is fair to say that Canada is failing. I don't think it's fair to say that don't come to Canada. It's a scam. It's a hoax, and they are tricking us to come to Canada. I don't think so. I think the
No,
Canadian dream is really real, but I think it's really expectation versus reality,
that
right?
that
People expect milk and honey. People expected milk and honey to be falling from the sky. They expected money to be growing on trees, and then when them realize that hey, they have to be working 3 jobs in negative 40 degrees to make it, them realize that oh, it's not as easy as they thought,
or it's not for them. So
or it's not for them. And because of that, now them say yo, we're going back home. But somebody who wants to come to Canada though, seeing the negative videos on the internet, you being here, what do you say to them?
you need to assess. You need to look on and see if you want to go through what they are saying or you want to experience something else. Because you have majority of us, like ourselves, are saying, this is what worked for us, this is what is happening. And you have those persons who are saying it's not working out. So it's just for you to assess it for yourself.
True, I agree. But do you think anywhere in Canada they go, they'll be successful? Or do you think that based on where they go, they might have a more negative experience than a positive
If you
experience?
go to the more popular cities, you might
Call
have
him, call him out, man, call him out.
calling out nobody. The popular cities, you might have a worse experience than us. So it's just you to do your research, see where you can survive, where you think you can survive, because you
Yeah,
don't know the reality as yet. Where your pros and cons, which one have better cost of living,
yeah.
where you can easily get jobs. Need to do that.
And research is a big word. And again, as I said before, if the persons who had their so-called big jobs back home had done a little bit of research, they would have known that it's not easy to transition directly into a similar role. So research is vital, any part of the process, whether you're coming as a student, a worker, PR, transitioning to a new country requires a lot of research. But we can agree, there's a whole lot of information out there on the internet. Where does people do research?
You have IRCC website that tells you the processes of what you need to do or what to do. You have like the cities or province have a website that you can go into. You can go on and see how things are set up. The city is set up, right? You have Facebook groups. Everybody have Facebook. Cities have Facebook. People in each community have Facebook groups. Join the groups.
Ask questions.
Ask questions. See what's the conversation like. What's happening in that area. That's
And what I don't like, so obviously we are YouTubers and we want you guys to all subscribe to our channel. Hopefully you guys have done that already. If you haven't done that, we just give them a second to do it, right? Thank you very much for doing that and for liking the video as well and dropping a comment. But as YouTubers, we share content from our own perspective, from our own experiences, and many other YouTubers do the same thing. And one thing with different perspectives is that there's different views and there's different opinions. And it doesn't mean that one opinion is right and the other opinion is wrong. So you might find yourself getting a lot of contrasting information if it is that you're just going to only be relying on YouTube videos.
no, you can't.
So you have to expand your search to the actual relevant websites that has the information that you need. Not say the IRCC website, the provincial websites, the cities Facebook group and stuff like that. That's where you get the actual information. People reach out to me all the time, like, how do I get an apartment before coming to Canada? And I always say, just pick up the phone and call the apartment company. Just say, yo, what do I need to get an apartment? Because I can give you my opinion, but I don't have apartments. But the apartment rental company can say, or you can create a network by just doing that. I think some people, and it's the same reason why a lot of persons are leaving Canada and discouraging people, is the easy way out, babes. The easy way out.
Why is it the easy way out? Easy way out.
It's the easy way out, man. And the thing is, I don't like the fact that people who make a decision to come to Canada, fine, it don't work out for you for whatever reason, but you start doing videos discouraging other persons who have a similar dream that you once had, who had a similar goal that you once had, who was looking to change their life and advance their life, but because you probably have negative experience, oh, don't come to Canada, you need the other. I don't like that. Fine, you never work out for you, say, yo, it's still a good country, but
This is what I do wrong because everything is laid out in front of you. This is how it is. And you might not follow the right path. So you might end up in a bad decision. You end up making bad decision, your credit wise, within the wrong province, within the wrong cities.
making the wrong, whatever case may be.
So
Yeah.
your advice to others, it didn't work out for you. Your advice to others would say,
Do it the right
do
way.
it the right way. Do this instead.
This is what I
It
did.
didn't work out. Try that way.
Exactly. Instead of discouraging.
Exactly.
Instead of discouraging. No, there's, I, I don't remember the exact word for it, but it's like the opposite of migration. Like persons who come, then they are leaving. I don't remember the word for it, but there's a word for it. I think that's definitely an increase.
Yeah, persons come and then they go.
Yeah.
Persons come for just a citizenship and they go back home.
So you're gonna go back home after citizenship?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I don't know neither.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. I have no plans in, but I don't know.
But yeah, we're not trying to predict the future.
No,
We're just
I
talking
know.
real, guys. Like, choose the city that you go to very wisely. And we can't overemphasize that because that can play a key role in your overall holistic experience that you have in Canada. And don't listen to the noise. Everybody's journey is different. Everybody's experience is different. Some people come, it don't work out. Some people come and it work out. But do your own research and know why you are doing it for yourself. Make sure that you don't have unrealistic expectation. Canada is not heaven. And I say it again, Canada is not heaven. Canada is just another country
We have to work hard.
and if you don't work hard, you're not gonna achieve.
Yep.
And because of the weather, work hard actually makes sense. When I hear work hard, when I have to get up out of bed in minus 45 degrees Celsius, minus 50 degrees Celsius to go to work regardless, then you know hard work.
Hard work. And that's one of the reasons why people leaving as well. The weather.
The weather is bad,
It's
man.
bad. It is bad. And
But-
we're not just saying, oh, it's bad. It's bad.
The weather is bad, bad for real. It's bad for real.
Yes. Persons are kind of like, oh, can't do this for years.
Yeah, that is true. But at the same time, if they say that I'm leaving because of the weather,
No, I don't think it's just only the weather. Persons leave for numerous reasons. Discrimination. Canada is nice, but persons
there
face
is
it.
definitely room for improvements in some
Yeah, exactly.
spaces. But there's no perfect society.
No perfect. Weather. As I said, working the 9 to 5 is just a
Yeah,
wheel.
it's just a wheel.
Persons are tired of doing that.
But it's so easy to start a business, though.
It is. But you get told by tax. That tax part there.
Tax.
Persons not really like that.
True, because you can start a business in Jamaica and not pay tax.
Exactly. And you basically own
Cut out the
stuff.
part there, guys. I don't never hear that.
You own your thing. You own your house. If
Yeah.
you're not going through NHT at Jamaica, you can own. If you like build a house, have a piece of land, build it.
Family
year-
have a piece of land, you
a
can
year
build a
one.
house.
Just so mortgage out for how much here is.
True, but does it really make sense though? Is a question that, like, you would have known all of that already. You'd have known that already before coming to Canada that, you're gonna get a mortgage to get a house and you're gonna have to pay a mortgage over 25 years and you're go, you can't capture a piece of land like you can do run a one part. You know that already. So you come and what you already know is what you're experiencing.
True,
It is what you're experiencing.
but it's Canada.
It's Canada. Milk and honey, it's heaven. It's heaven. But personally speaking, guys, I understand that things work out differently for everybody. And people have a right to go back to their homeland if that's what they think is better for them. The only part of the equation that I have a problem with is the part where they start discouraging people.
Yes.
That part is what I have a big problem with. The part that them start saying, yo, don't come, do this. That I got me to you. I was able to go back home and buy 10 houses cash and then come back to Canada. No.
Come back.
That's what I have a problem with. And a lot of the persons who are even spreading those propagandas, as I'll call it,
They're still here.
are still in Canada.
That's
Pap.
what I don't understand.
They're
They're
not
still
left.
here.
They must say, boy, that place is rough, man. No, left me for left, cut me for cut, English. This place is so rough. It's so hard. I can't take it anymore. But they're here still. So there must be something keeping them here.
The money.
Do you think it's, I don't want to get into the political part of it, but do you think the increase in videos and the so-called crisis that is in Canada, do you think it's politically motivated?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I've not looked over that side if it is politics. Or
Because
anything.
it's just
I
increased,
don't know.
like
I
when you
have
see
not
it,
looked over
it has just increased so drastically.
Being in this country, since I've been here, I haven't looked at that aspect of Canada, politics. Because I know we're coming from Jamaica and how politics run and stuff. I tried to stay away.
Politicians in Jamaica don't have time for do that. Them just
to all of that. So
So one
I
thing
don't
that
know
you're
if
good.
it's politically related.
It must. Sometimes I feel like it's an agenda. I might be wrong. I'm not discrediting anybody's experience, of course, but the increase in I see people crying. I see people crying in their vehicles. I see people crying in their apartments, saying that this is so hard. I can't do this anymore. It's tough. And I'm an immigrant. I've been here now 5 years, and I'm not gonna lie, things is not always perfect for us. But me not feel what I feel.
I'm not.
Me
I'm not feeling it.
feel it, and me not know nobody where I feel what I
No,
feel
I
either.
don't.
So that is when I start to wonder: is this
it
an
that-
agenda?
Is it that tough?
Is it an agenda? And a lot of times, these persons are probably it's a case where you're probably used to so much luxury,
Or living above their means?
and now you have to live like everybody else.
Yes, maybe.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Maybe.
Man, I can't afford to go to dinner anymore as often as I want to. Do you think that's the case?
It can be because the high cost of living.
No,
Food is going up.
Food is
Electricity
that-
is going up. People can't afford house mortgage and all those stuff. Yeah, stuff are going up.
Stuff is going up, and it's tough to live on a minimum wage job by yourself.
$50.
It's tough because $15 an hour is a lot more than what you earn in many other countries. But in Canada,
It's
things are
not-
very expensive.
Yeah, $50.
Rent alone you're looking at probably $1,500 a month for rent only, on average, in Alberta. Big up the Torontonians.
Okay.
Yeah, but in Alberta, on average, rent is $1,500 a month. If you do the math, $15 an hour for 5 days a week, you might end up with $2,500 for the month. After you pay rent, you have $1,000. And then you have a little car payment,
Insurance.
you have a little insurance,
Food.
grocery going,
You have kids.
gas. It's
Oh,
tough.
so,
It's tough. I can understand from that perspective, and because probably it's both away. If it is that a person who's working minimum wage have a spouse or a partner to supplement the income, then it's easier. But you cannot. But do you want to really have to work 2-3 jobs to provide the daily needs? Is another question.
nobody wants to
Nobody
work.
wants to do that. So probably that's one of the reasons why people are going back home.
That's one of the reasons.
But you jump out a frying pan, you drop in a fire. Because we know the challenges in a Jamaican society.
So what I'm seeing or what I get is like persons stay here as long as possible, get their citizenship, spend a few months out of the country, and then come back. So they're in between.
They're in between, and that causes them to pay less tax too. But such a like on the video, by the way, guys. You're learning a lot of things. But yeah, especially winter months.
Winter months, like right now, me want to go. I'm not tell no lie. Want to go home. It's cold.
It's cold.
It is cold.
So when I get citizenship, a perfect world would be like being in a home country for
the
3,
winter
4
months.
months, 5 months, come back to Canada,
Yeah, it's nice here in
benefit
Canada
from
the
the
summer.
yeah, that's true.
Well, no, I'm not
But
sure.
if I make the decision to migrate, just know that it's gonna come with challenges. Don't let the challenges catch you off guard. Don't let the challenges catch you off guard to a point that you're gonna be surprised. You'll be like, man, me know them, they say it cool, but it cool. Yeah, I know they said it was rough, but it rough.
Rough bad.
I know them, they said, boy, I have to go work 2 jobs, but
No,
I
3 job.
actually have to go work 2 jobs.
3
Rough.
job. You
Don't
know, so
let
work,
it catch you off guard.
work. And when a person said they're not on no time, them at work, they're working.
Yeah,
They're working.
they're working. And a lot of time, people back home don't understand that, you know. Well, my message not 2 weeks now, I should not answer me.
They're working. Because if you don't work, the light are cut off.
And, you know, when you like cut off.
If you don't work, we don't have no money to pay the rent.
Okay, you end up homeless.
Okay.
That is true.
You have to continuously work.
It's a cycle.
It is a cycle. And I think persons are not wanting to continue that cycle where they say, you know what, stay here, work some money, and just go back home.
But the Canadian dream is real. And the Canadian dream is what we all buy into, which is you are able to, as long as you're willing to put in the work, you're able to achieve things in life.
Yeah.
The Canadian dream is real. And the opportunity to as long as you are rewarded for the work that you're putting in, most immigrants are willing to work.
Yes.
So for the immigrant who's coming to Canada, you have to be coming for the right reason, to achieve things in life,
Exactly.
to change your family dynamics, to create legacy, to create wealth, to create or to attain assets and to help your family.
Yep.
That is
To help build the Canadian economy as well.
that is your number one goal as an immigrant. The opportunity to do that is real.
Yeah.
It did it.
It
You
is
can do
real.
it. It's possible.
But if you have an immigrant that comes here, had their job back home, their good job back home, knowing all of that, knowing that they have to work 3 jobs, 2 jobs, okay, $15 an hour, whatever, not feeling included, don't find a community. Your mental health is important. And I think after a while, persons working for so long, yes, they get the opportunity, they get all of that, but they don't feel at home.
And you're not going to ever feel at home. That's just the truth. Because even if you're here for 10, 15, 20 years and you have developed that community, home is always going to be home. That is just the truth. So, which is why you choosing to come here is a sacrifice. Your sacrifice
Basically, give up everything that you know.
to and you live without everything that you know in pursuit of a better life. That's what it is. So you make a sacrifice. You know what I'm going to say, a beach from 2019? Right? You give up everything that you become accustomed to, your home, to start over. It's a sacrifice, all in pursuit of the Canadian dream, of the Canadian goal, to attain, to achieve. Right? But you mentioned something. You mentioned that somebody who's here and their mental health, that's very important. And that is why you have to remember why you made this decision in the first place. People migrate for different reasons. Why did you choose to migrate? That is what's going to take you through those times. When you remember the sacrifices that you give up, you're going to remember the reason why you choose to migrate. It can be for safety. It can be for a better quality of life. Yeah. It can be to achieve things. It can be for give your kids a better future. It can be many different reasons. And the reasons is what's going to take you through.
And maybe keep you here.
Keep you here for 10, 15, 20 years. In pursuit, because we're not lie.
I'm not go back home for now. Sorry.
If I was in Jamaica,
but not to live.
If I was in Jamaica right now, like not being a PR of Canada, but like still in Jamaica, not migrated to Canada, chances are I wouldn't have achieved the things that I've achieved so far. Remember, my dad Jamaican, I can't find a telework. It's just the truth. So there's no perfect society. There are societies that are better than some. And there are some societies that as long as you work, you reap the reward. And Canada is one of those societies. It's not easy. Things dear. Things expensive. I wish it was cheaper. But once you put in the work, you'll get the reward. And that is what most immigrants want. Because most immigrants are coming from developing countries or third world countries. I say most because not all immigrants are from developing countries. Some are even from the US. Whatever. So most immigrants would have been used to sending out resumes for all 1 year and can't get a call. Working them socks off and can't see what them I work for. Right? Can't see what they're working for. So now when those immigrants with the same work hard mindset come to Canada and be like them working with the same ethics and enthusiasm that they work with at home, and them realize that they might achieve things. You keep them here. And then family back home feel like it's easy because they see them achieve things. But them don't say it's hard because enough immigrants are cleaners. Enough immigrants are fast food restaurant. By the way, nothing is wrong with that. Any of them things, by the way, we're just making a point of reference. Enough immigrants is a store clerk, a contact, a cashier. And many of those immigrants were managers and engineers and doctors back home, but in pursuit of a better life.
Start from the bottom.
And that is why research is key. And knowing why you're doing it is key. Otherwise, you're going to go back home. And then if you choose to go back home, you would have erased every single thing that you did from migration to where you are.
I don't think so.
You don't think
It's
so?
not
Why
erasing. Because when they come here and they go through all of that and they decide to go back home, it's basically taking the knowledge that they get from here and bring it back home.
True, but you're going back into the same society that
I don't think
has limited opportunities.
that's true. But they will now know how to use that limited opportunities to make opportunities.
So let's use yourself as example. Knowing what you know now 5 years after being in Canada. If you should go to Jamaica right now, go back to Jamaica right now to live, how would you use the experience that you have learned right now?
I will have to go in the planning mood with that. I've never thought
that
about
just
it.
prove a point.
No, you don't prove a point. You just put me on the spot instead to think about it.
That
I've
just
never
prove a
thought
point.
about it. I've never thought about going back like no.
Yeah.
And all of that. So I'm gonna have to plan.
A lot of persons have the right mindset. A lot of persons have the right attitude. A lot of persons have the right plan. But it doesn't matter the plan. It doesn't matter the mindset. It doesn't matter the attitude. If the opportunities are not there, the opportunities are not there.
It's true. But why is it that persons from here can go to our country and find the opportunities there?
Oftentimes it's because they have a resource that many other people don't have, which is financial resource.
Okay, that's why persons that are leaving here, I'm sure they're not going back home with a broke pocket.
Oh, you know that?
They're not go back home with no money
you
in
know
their
that.
pocket. They're going home with money.
Yes, some of them
It's
are
you're,
going home.
you're a human being and you want things. So anywhere you go, you're gonna take money with you, except for us that come here with $1.
No, no $1 come with.
$100.
No, get it
But-
right. Get it right.
Then persons leaving, they're not just gonna leave with an empty pocket. They're going with money.
They're going with a plan.
Yes,
And they're going with money.
exactly.
But the opportunities are still limited.
They're going to. It is limited, but they're going to use the little money they have and their brains and make opportunities. If their plan is not to come back.
That is true. And I can't argue with that point there. Because honestly, if you have enough money
If
and you
I
have
didn't-
a plan, you will make opportunities.
Exactly.
And if you really have the right will and determination, you'll make doors where there's doors.
There's no door.
Sorry? You'll make doors where there are no doors.
Exactly.
Right? So I can definitely agree with that. But bring back the topic to Canada still. 100%. We are living in Grand Prairie, by the way. You guys would have heard we say that many, many, many times. And that's just because we try to encourage people to look into cities like Grand Prairie because we know the benefits of going to a small town over a big city. And going to a small town aid your transition greatly. And it might be the difference between you wanting to leave Canada and staying in Canada. Absolutely. Now, what are some of the things that somebody who living in a small town have to deal with? And like good and the bad.
The
Like
good and
use
the
Grand
bad.
Prairie as example.
Good and the bad. The good. Good of Grand Prairie.
We could start with the good of Grand Prairie. The good of Grand Prairie.
Everything is like 15 minutes away.
10 minutes away.
Or 10 minutes away.
10 minutes away. Where that extra 5 minutes that come from? Where's that extra
Sorry.
5 minutes?
Any direction that you're turning is like 10 minutes, as I say.
You still have put an extra 5
Yeah,
minutes.
sometimes you stop behind a driver that not move fast enough.
And them's have a cost. But anyway,
Yes.
10 minutes away.
So yeah, 15 minutes away, everything. Work, school, everything. So I
Yeah.
love that.
Convenience.
Convenience. The fact that you're able, I can see where you're able to go fast.
I'm sorry, go fast?
Grow fast in
Grow
the career.
fast, okay.
From a teller to a manager to, I think if you're in a bigger city, you wouldn't go that fast.
But that's still probably
Teller.
look at telework.
Exactly. So the growth, yes, the aid, because we're in a small city. People,
We're still up on the good.
yeah, we kind of up on the good and switch over to the
So
bad.
well, and then, so the only good is the facts of me able to grow and the facts everything there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful city as well.
Remember throwing one more good one.
Put in a good.
Another good is that there is a lot of opportunities for persons who are looking for work. A lot of people come to Grand Prairie for just the purpose of work.
Yeah.
So it's a intransient city, meaning that a lot of people come and a lot of people go because there's always opportunities here. So that's one of the good. Now back to you.
Me?
Yeah, but I think I don't know the good them yet. 'Cause you can't just tell me two good more Grand Prairie after
You have
you're
some good people living in Grand
encouraging
Prairie.
people to come to Grand Prairie.
You have a good community. I'll be honest, there's a good community. You have people
For the most part.
for the most part.
And what
I'm
people,
gonna be
well,
honest,
I'm
it's for the most part.
What people should understand is that anywhere in the world you go, any city in the world that you go, you're gonna have good people, you're gonna have bad people.
They have the good outweigh the bad, but sometimes the bad is louder than the good.
Yeah. You're not gonna always have everybody good and rosy.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have bad experiences from time to time. I'm not start a show.
No, consider one. You don't.
No, the question was, tell me about Grand Prairie, the good and the bad. So we talk about some good. What are
so
some of the
bad?
bads?
I see where the homelessness is like getting a little bit worse than when we just got here. It's worse. So you're walking down the street and you're seeing a little activity, people putting things in there and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the bad. And also, there's nothing to do here.
There's plenty to do here.
Not for me, anyway.
Say that.
There's not much. There's not much. There's not much.
All right.
It's the same thing. You go to work. You go to a restaurant.
You can, like the other day.
What you do?
All right, look here. So you have pretty much. Let me tell you guys this. So you have a couple restaurants, a couple bars, and most of them are like the same.
Same.
And you have activities like you have bowling, you have different things, arcade, you have things for the kids, you have a movie theater.
Yeah,
but
Eastling,
but what Nats is trying to get to is culture. There's not much culture. And which is why I said there's things to do, but there's not culture. You know, like back in Jamaica, after work on a Friday, can go all out after work jam, well, a little drink, well, a little vibe. And probably in the bigger cities, you have that kind of place that you can go and get that vibe. Vibe is the word. There's no vibe.
What is vibe?
Guys, we even got a strip club.
Just to see, okay. All right, strip club.
But I said, we must catch our vibes in that. So.
Nothing.
Boy, them boring on them, man.
Nothing. What's on the topic again? We go all the way off topic.
We're talking about Grand Prairie right now. We'll talk about that part there. You know, we're just a reason about the good and the bad of Grand Prairie. And we're talking.
There's no Jamaican food. For me, there's no Jamaican food.
Yeah.
There's no way for me to get my food. And that's a big no for me.
Yeah. And the seasoning. Even if you try cook your own food, it's not gonna have the same taste.
So be mindful when you go into a small city. That can happen.
Yeah, pack your Maggie. Because it seems like so by the time the season touch the weather,
It does.
Everything diluted, right? So even if you try cook, it's gonna be okay, but it's not gonna have that fire that you're looking for, right? And that goes back to one of the sacrifices that you have to make.
Yeah.
And a lot of persons, as simple as it sounds, that might be the reason why a Jamaican choose to go back home.
Yeah.
Because they miss party.
They miss home.
They miss home.
Home.
And home is their culture. Home is their food. Home is everything.
Home is a family.
Home is
a
a
lot
family.
of persons just stick up themselves and come this side of the world and they're by themselves.
Yeah. Home is everything that you know and that you have become accustomed to. So even though we're joking around, home is going to a strip club and holding a vibes and know the vibes that you're going to get. That is home. Serious thing. Home is going to a party. I know the vibes that's gonna be there because it's home. But when in Rome,
You do as a woman.
you do as the Romans do, and that is what. And we went to an event the other day, Grand Prairie Inclusive, Diverse.
You don't remember. We went to an event. You don't remember the name of it, but yeah, we
Big
went
up on
to
yourself.
some.
It was a very good round table. But one of the things that they were talking about is how can Grand Prairie attract and keep more immigrants? And what are some of the challenges that immigrants are facing? And we realize that most immigrants are sharing the same story that we are sharing.
Yep.
There's no culture.
There's no culture.
There's no culture. So you adapt or you move.
And they prefer to move.
They prefer to move because they don't want to adapt.
It's hard to adapt. It's hard.
It is hard.
It's
It's hard,
hard.
man.
I have been tried, but it's hard.
But it's probably because we're overdue a trip back home.
Yeah, I need one.
Need one?
I need one. Can
Hold
someone
on.
sponsor us a trip home?
Put it out there. It says,
Yes.
Hold on. This is a begging segment.
Which podcast gone
Guys,
to?
this is sponsored to you. This is brought to you by the DiAndersons family. If you haven't subscribed already, just subscribe. Now, over here is my beautiful co-host, in-house tech support, sometimes wife, sometimes
wife,
best friend, sometimes worse enemy.
Yes. that
Now,
one.
floor is yours. Start begging. I'm going to beg for me too. You can't nobody not sponsor you alone. We're a combo.
We're a combo.
Okay, start begging.
Okay. So, guys, anyone out there, airlines, I don't know, our video has been all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Someone working in an office somewhere that knows someone, knows someone that knows someone.
Email someone, yeah?
Yeah. Just send out a call for us.
It doesn't have to be to Jamaica.
Now I want to go home. We haven't been back home since 2019.
Beggars can't be choosers. You don't remember that saying?
No. You choose what you want. Hey.
I beg.
True, that's true. Even if it's a trip somewhere in Canada, we'll take it.
No. Outside of the country.
No, but on a levels, yes. If anybody out there that wants to sponsor us to go home, I'll really appreciate it.
And a weekend stay.
I'll really appreciate it.
So we're going to Jamaica, we're good.
No, push it, man. At least you can pay for something for yourself, man. Not if you can pay for.
Guys, we've been here
home.
trying to achieve assets where we've been investing so much now we can't even afford to send ourselves back home. You don't have to put you up in a hotel, rent a one car for it, and what else? Airfare for four, I remember saying.
It's four of us.
We're a four
If
pack.
anybody out there wants to sponsor us to go home to Jamaica, Flair Airlines, I don't know.
One to the other one then.
I don't
Why?
know. Air Canada, Jet in WestJet.
Me not like WestJet, you know.
Wow.
Me not like WestJet.
Why?
Let me tell you why. Because the Wi-Fi, they not pick up.
That was the plane that you were in. WestJet can't fix that. WestJet, Air Canada, all of that. A trip home.
Flair Airline.
I don't care. I want to go home. I just want a trip.
Just want a trip.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yes,
we beg a trip. Begging a trip. And jump up and sell them, man.
Yeah, I want a trip home.
Yeah. So we're going to make it happen this year.
I want a trip home.
What are you looking forward to the most out of a trip back home?
Honestly, it's just to be around Jamaicans, the environment. It's just want to be home. It's just people. It's just able to chat my patois non-stop without trying to speak English. It's just being me, just being relaxed. Just know that if I say something, nobody won't get offended.
Boy, you head big, you know?
Yeah, man.
You get fatty, man?
Yeah.
You look so maga.
Yeah, man, maga. Yeah, they're not so big again. Whatever.
Yeah, without anybody be like, your body shaming me.
I miss being me.
Yeah.
I miss being me, laid back. Yeah, I miss that.
Ask me the same question.
What do you miss about?
Or what am I looking forward to the most?
Okay, what are you looking forward to most about your trip back home?
Honestly speaking, roast breadfruit and tin mackerel. With walpa pepper.
Wow.
And walpa onion. Wow. Right now, my mouth kind of... Yeah. That's what I look forward to the most. Guys, from within Canada, we've only had breadfruit mostly one time.
Or two.
And it never tastes good. Because roast up and fresh. And I know like say it's just a one plane ride to Toronto where you can get it fresh same way. A bush to live.
Yeah.
By the time it come, if you freeze it out,
You're not going to try to freeze up cereal, push
by
you.
the time it reach, right? But I'm honestly looking forward to the food, as I said. And it's just to dress up and go out.
Dress up and go?
Yeah, you remember like back in Jamaica, man, like you put on your clothes 11:30 midnight and jump in a car and drive down on spot, all like vibes. I miss that.
You miss that.
I miss that. I miss doing 120. I'm tired of driving 50. I'm tired of driving 50. I miss doing 120 and 110 on the streets.
The road.
I miss doing it, man. Like, no, my drive 50, if reach 59, my fast slow down car, speeding ticket. Yeah, just the simple things. The things that we took for granted, the everyday life.
You know what also miss? Rain falling on the rooftop.
Raindrops is falling.
I never thought I would miss that.
Miss rain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it doesn't really rain here in Grand Prairie. It only pretends to rain. You get a little drizzle, but we're not get that torrential rainfall.
It's something I never thought that I would miss.
Like you miss that torrential downpour.
That sound.
So I'm gonna play one of those white noise.
No, it's alright.
I so you can hear like the white noise.
No,
rain
it's
on
not
the
the same.
Just turn off the
Or
light.
even the smell of the soil, the
Close
dirt.
your eyes. Pretend like you're on a beach kind of thing.
Simple things.
Yeah, this is everyday life.
Everyday life.
Just going to the shop. Yo, mom, get a bun and cheese and orange juice with ice.
No, I heard with that.
That was my favorite, by the way. Orange juice with ice. You remember them days, Vibs? What was my go-to?
Orange juice. Box orange juice.
If my head hurt me one moment.
That's it. Orange juice.
If I'm having a bad day one moment.
The little ice that
the orange juice.
The orange box one, I don't know what my name.
It's not in season.
No. Or in style. No, it's not that one.
I don't remember, but the orange box orange juice.
Juiciful?
Juiciful?
I don't know.
No. The orange box juice, orange juice, man. Like, listen. If you guys are hearing this, send me a box over here. Because there's a lot of days when I had a very bad day. And I just, that could have balanced me. And it sounds simple, though.
Yeah, it's simple.
But the simple things is what I miss. A Friday night, I could have pulled up on one spot and say, "Mom, get one piece of jerk chicken there. And 2 festival. And a cup of soup. And a shot of soup night. I want meat in soup." Here, I forgot a burger, some fried chicken, or a pizza, or a Indian food, you understand? So that is what I am looking forward to the most. And also, the other thing I'm looking forward to is to give our girls the experience of being in Jamaica, because Malika was born in Jamaica, but she's been in Canada way longer now than she's been in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. She don't even remember Jamaica. Malika don't even remember nothing about Jamaica right now. Malia has never been to Jamaica. She was born here. So I want to show them where we are from and what life could have been.
The culture.
And so that they can even learn to appreciate some of the things that they have.
Yep.
Because as far as I'm concerned, them spoil and them privilege. So I need to show them the balance to say, oh, this is what life could have been like, and this is where we're from.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Bringing them to the beach. Mali has never seen the beach. She has never been in the ocean, been to a river. You know, get dip.
Dip in the...
Get dip down in the cold water and take it back. Yeah. So I want to give them that, make them experience that kind of life and embrace Jamaica, because we're Jamaicans first. Right? Even though we're on our way to try to look a better life.
We're Jamaicans.
We're Jamaicans first. Right?
The best place to live, if everybody in Grand Prairie can recall. Where are you from? Jamaica. Where's the best? Why did you leave? I don't know.
Why would you leave Jamaica to come to Grand Prairie?
Where do you recommend me to go? Jamaica. The only place that I'm telling anybody to go is Jamaica. I think one of Jamaicans living outside recommend Jamaica or send persons to Jamaica more than all the tourist board actually attract. And
that is true. But you know that Jamaicans living overseas are the only ones afraid to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Because tourists, not even an ounce of fear. They embrace Jamaica. They love Jamaica. They go to Jamaica.
We know what we know.
Or they're going to the pretend Jamaica.
Exactly.
They're going to they're going to brand Jamaica, not
Yes,
Jamaica.
Not Jamaica.
Gotcha. Guys, we have gone all over the world in this topic, but it is what it is. I think we have to wind up right now. Good episode, I think. Great reasoning. If you guys want to come to Canada, not let nobody discourage you guys. Come on over. It's a great country, land of opportunities.
And if you choose to leave, wish you all the best.
But don't discourage anybody else from coming. Leave on your own merit. Find it never work out for you, but don't discourage anybody. Yeah. Okay? Thank you guys for watching another episode of Your Views podcast. It's episode what? Episode 4?
Yeah.
Episode 4, guys. Check if you guys haven't already subscribed to our channel. Please take a second and hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the family. If you see a join button down below, hit that join button as well. What that does is allow you to become a member of our community. And there's exclusive content for you guys. Drop a like on this video and drop a comment. Let us know what you think about this one. We have another banging episode of Your Views podcast coming up in the next episode. You guys don't want to miss it. Make sure that those post notifications are turned on. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on TikTok. Facebook. Check us out on Facebook. It's DiAndersons on all platforms except Instagram where it's DiAndersons Originals. But you'll find us as soon as you see that face.
Or that face.
All right, that face, you guys know that you have found the right page, all right? See you guys in the next episode. Peace.